Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel, this video. I'm in a reading slump. Kind of sucks. Okay, I keep rereading books, I keep starting a book and not finishing it or putting it back on my shelf and saying I'll get back to it later. Okay, I'm kind of struggling. I keep rereading books, I'm not entertained. I keep picking Instagram over books and I do not like that. So we're changing that up a bit. This is going to be my reading vlog to get out of a reading slump. And I'm going to share some books that I want to read in this reading vlog, okay? The first one is I'm currently reading it right now. I'm rereading it. It's the Shatter Me book. I don't want to read the entire series this month. I feel like that's a lot because this series is like very thick. So I do want to reread the series so I can read the other books that Tahira Mafi came out with, like Watch Me, and she's coming out with Release Me soon. So I want to read this. I'm almost done with it, so this probably will be a short part of the reading vlog. But I won't share thoughts really because I've already read this before and nothing's really shocking to me. But a side note before I show you guys my other books, okay? I'm reading a book on my Kindle, okay? And I don't usually read books on my Kindle very often that are like my main book. I will always have a physical book. That's the main book I'm reading. My Kindle books are usually like, oh, if I'm in the car and I didn't bring a book with me, that's the book I'm reading. So I might give thoughts on that, but I probably won't finish it this video. The book I'm reading on my Kindle right now is The Forgotten Colony, which I have been wanting to read forever. Sci-fi just entertains me, and this author, I have been following him on Instagram for like years already, probably like 2 to 3 years. This book, we're reading Beartown by Frederick Bachman in this reading vlog. It is because I want to get away from the romance books and dystopian and stuff like that. I want to get into more fiction, and I can't wait to read this book. I was about to say I love this book. I never even read it. I want to love this book because I've heard so many things, and I heard it's emotional, and I heard the writing is phenomenal. So this one, I'm going to read Beartown. And lastly, I also want to get back into fantasy because I've been kind of straying away from that. We're reading Wings of Starlight. Okay, I want to dive back into the Tinkerbell realm. I'm so excited about this. I want to read more fantasy because I've kind of, again, been straying from that. I do want to update you guys. The Barnes & Noble that is coming to where I live is coming on Wednesday. I'm so excited. I'm filming this on Sunday. It's coming Wednesday. I probably will put a clip of me going there, but I want to get a fantasy book so bad for like the winter and the fall. Oh my gosh. But yes, I want to get back into reading fantasy and fiction. So we will be doing that. So these are going to be my 3 books. We're going to finish Shatter Me, we're going to read Beartown, and we're going to read Rings of Starlight. And if I am reading The Forgotten Colony in this vlog, I will update you, but I probably won't finish it in this vlog because I'm already reading 3 books, and that's a lot. So we're going to get started, and I can maybe pick up a book finally and get through this reading slump. Barnes & Noble opened today at 10 a.m. I'm so happy it did. I was like one of the first people there, and then I was the first person there, and then I went to go get food, so then I was like eighth in line, but it was really cute. We went to the ribbon cutting ceremony. I couldn't really see it because I was like in the corner, but I did see like a little glimpse from people filming around me. But I wanted to film in the store and like give my thoughts on Beartown so far since I finished Shatter Me really quickly. But I wanted to give my thoughts on Beartown, but I just decided like let's be in the moment. So I was too busy shopping around. It takes me ages. I am a huge bookworm, and it takes me ages to pick out books. If you guys know, I really wanted to get a fantasy book and a thriller mystery book because it's fall and winter, and I wanted like a big chunky book to like sit down. I wanted a big book, okay? But every time I looked at them, they were like 20 bucks, and on Amazon they're like $8. So I was like, well, pick another book, okay? And I did. And I told myself I wouldn't buy another romance, but another YouTuber, her name is Sarah. I'll probably put her like channel below because I love Sarah and I would recommend watching her videos. She talked about this book, I'm pretty sure, and actually put it on her list, and she wasn't a big fan of YA books, but Falling Like Leaves. This cover, it pulled me in. I was with a friend in the Barnes & Noble, and I was looking at all the thriller books, and my friend just comes up and she's just like, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to give it to a friend and they're going to read it and I'm going to give it to my other friend and they're going to read it. And I was just like, can I just look at the cover? Can I just crack it open? And that's what I did. I looked at it a little bit, and you know what I thought? I said, screw the mystery, screw the fantasy, I'm gonna buy this. And I did, because this cover is too cute. Look at the cat, look at this. And I heard it's like Gilmore Girls, and before you get on to me, I have not watched Gilmore Girls yet. I will, I promise I will. I will watch Gilmore Girls, but like, not yet. I'm gonna get to it. But this is so cute. It's YA. I'm not even sure what it's about. I don't even think I looked at the back. I think I just looked at the cover that my friend, like, of this book, and I just said, show me where it is. And then she showed me where it is, and then I picked it up and I bought it. Ellis has a lot of expectations for her senior year, but moving from Manhattan to Bramble Falls, Connecticut is not one of them. Yet in the wake of her parents' separation, that's exactly where she and her mother are headed. I'm not going to read anymore, but I'm excited. This cover, the sprayed edges, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I want to light my pumpkin spice cupcake candle, and I'm going to sit down with this book and I'm going to consume it in one sitting, and I can feel it. After I read Beartown and Wings of Starlight, this is going on my list, and I want to finish this before fall ends because it is a fall book, as you can tell. It is so cute. I'm sorry, this cover, just take a beautiful look at this. Just take a beautiful look at this and tell me that this is like not the prettiest cover you have ever seen. It's so stunning. Okay, but other than that, getting this book, some updates on Beartown. Okay, so Beartown I think is such a cute book so far. I think I'm only on chapter 7, which is insane. I started this a little bit ago. I was out in the pond, as you probably saw some clips. I was by a pond and I just started reading, and I wish I was annotating this, but I was like, if I read it a second time, I'll annotate. I don't know how this is gonna go yet because I'm kind of taking a slow time getting into it, but Beartown is so good so far. I was in chapter, I think I was in chapter like 2, and I was putting like little notes in my notes app of like quotes in here. I love them. The first quote that I fell in love with, it's not even that big of a deal, but I fell in love with the quote and I knew I was gonna like the book straight off the bat. Okay, she's 15 years old and has already fallen in love many times, but her guitar will always be her first love. I don't know why I loved the writing for that. I just kind of like, I kind of just enjoyed that. And then another thing is, there's this quote that one of these characters got, and I'm going to share it with you, okay? It was like a little paper or like a prayer that one of these characters got when he was like a little kid, like his mom got, and the mom would pray over pray over her son. But this was what it is. If you are honest, people may deceive you. Be honest anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfishness. Be kind anyway. All the good you do today will be forgotten by others tomorrow. Do good anyway. What you create, others can destroy. Create anyway, because in the end, it is between you and God. It was never between you and anyone else anyway. And then the boy who had this quote, he just says, they say I'm too little to play, become a good player anyway. I loved that. I was like, this is so adorable. I love Frederick Bachman's writing already. I'm so excited for Us Against You, and then I don't know what the third one is. I'm so excited because this book is already really good. I'm only on chapter 7 and it's probably been like 2 days, but it's fine. I'm really enjoying it, so. I'm nothing but realistic with you guys. I am nothing but realistic. So I'm going to tell you something so truthfully and so honestly. Last clip was in October. It is November. It is Thanksgiving break. Let me just tell you, it has been nearly a month. It has been nearly a month. And if I'm going to be very honest, I am not a quick reader. I have not even gotten halfway through Beartown. I did read an entire book. I finished Falling Like Leaves, which is the book I got from Barnes & Nobles. I think I rated that a 2.5 out of 5. If you want to see my rating, look on my Goodreads and Fable. But again, I'm nothing but realistic, okay? I cannot keep up. I have so many commitments and priorities that reading, I sometimes just don't have time for it. I do love to read. I have so many books, and I will read them eventually. I even got new books, which I may even share with you probably tomorrow or something. But I just don't have time for everything. I'm still gonna finish this vlog because it is Thanksgiving break, so we're gonna lock in. But we have to finish Beartown and we have to finish Wings of Starlight. But again, I'm nothing but realistic. And I'm gonna tell you guys so honestly, I've been filming this video for like over like 3 weeks. So if I'm gonna be quite honest, it can take a while for some people to sit down and read books. If you have other things to do, other commitments, you are not always gonna get time to read, and that is totally fine. That's what I'm proving here today, is that it has taken me nearly a month to film this video and to read barely even half of Beartown. But that is okay because we are nothing but realistic. So if you need to read a book, if it takes you 3 months to read one book, okay, you do that as long as you read a book. Like, I'm proud of you, because some people just don't have the time, and I totally get that. Sometimes I don't have the time, but I'm still gonna pick up and finish where I left off because I'm not a quitter. I will not quit this vlog just because it's taken me a month to film. And last clip I was reading, and now that was forgotten. So yes, there's a lot that's been going on, and I'm gonna finish this vlog because we need to do that. So we still have Wings of Starlight, and we still have most of Beartown to read, but that is totally okay. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna be a little while. We have a full Thanksgiving break and the rest of the year. Not much, but we still have the rest of the year to go, and fingers crossed I can get my reading goal set. I think I had like 42 books, and I think I'm at like 30 something. I don't think I'll reach the goal, but guys, a goal is just a goal. I'm keeping it realistic here. If it takes you 3 months to read one book, that's totally fine. Please do not worry about that. That is what I'm here today, is it's taking me way too long to finish a vlog. One vlog full of 3 books. One book I reread and barely filmed. So yes, it's gonna take a minute to read some books, and you may not always have the time, but that's totally okay. Just don't be a quitter. Don't give up. So we got this. We're gonna finish this vlog, and everything's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be great. So thank you for watching and sticking along, because I know it's been long for me, probably not for you, but it's been a little long. Okay. What I'm getting from this book is obviously like the general human experience, okay? It's teenagers going to parties. It's parents that are falling out of love and contemplating divorce. This is like a fiction book about people and lives, people's lives in this town. Now, as a normal human experience, people die, you know? If someone dies in this book, I'm actually gonna cry, because I'm getting the vibe that Frederick Bachman is not afraid to make anybody expire. I think he's not afraid, and I'm really scared, because sure, I haven't grown super close attachments, but like, I don't want anybody to die, you know? I don't want that to happen, obviously. So the normal human experience, I don't want it. This is a fiction book. This is not nonfiction. We don't need to bring that into my life right now. I would rather not. Okay? I would rather not. Can we No, I know this is so stupid, but like, this line got me, this quote got me, and I don't know why. And oh my gosh, they're 15 and 17 years old, and in 10 years time they'll remember this evening when all the others were inside having a party and they stood out there and became friends. That may seem like such a stupid line, but like, reading this book and just Guys, it's not even that big of a deal. It's not even that big of a deal. And they became friends. Guys, I'm fine. What do you mean? Why does he make it so ominous? Why does he say something and then say something like, soon she won't be anymore, or soon they won't be, or soon that will not happen? What the frick do you mean? Everyone should know who Larry Reeds is. If not, she's a popular booktuber. She read this book and she was like, oh, I was like reading it one night and I like didn't care about anyone. I didn't care about the hockey. I didn't care about the town. And then she woke up the next morning and she cared about it. I just went through that. I passed the halfway point a little bit ago, but last night I was reading and in my mind I was just, at first I was like, okay, I'm just reading about random people in a book. Okay. And then last night I was like, I care about everybody. Like, I really want everybody to have a happy ending. That hit me. Guys, I finally understand. And I know why people like this book now, and I get it. And I started adding a few tabs. I'm like a little bit more than halfway through, but I just added like, I think 5 tabs maybe. 1, 2, 4, 6 tabs. There's 6 tabs of quotes that have made me tear up for no reason at all. For no reason at all. Frederick Bachman's writing is so good that I just don't notice that it's so good, which is insane. But then I realize it and I'm like, oh, I care about the characters now. I want everyone to be happy, and the quotes are just so, I don't know. This book is good. This book is good, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm getting why people like this book now. It is currently 12:51. It is almost 1 in the morning. It is almost 1 in the morning. I can't go on. I cannot go on. We are on chapter 36. I cannot go on. I am so invested. And nobody told me this was gonna happen. I heard this book was good. I did not know the plot was gonna go this way. I did not know that anything was gonna turn out the way it is right now. And I want everything to be okay. And I don't know how it's gonna end because I've never read a Frederick Bachman book before. So I don't know if I can trust him, but I'm almost done. And I'm not like almost done. I have like probably another 4 hours left. Maybe 2. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how this is gonna go. And it's too, I want to cry. And I want everything to be okay. But I don't know how it's gonna end. And I'm so invested and I want to read it. I want to get to the end, but I don't want to read everything in between because I'm tired of this roller coaster. I just want everything to be over and I want to know if everyone's gonna be okay. Thanksgiving day, and it is almost 6 o'clock p.m. and I finished Beartown. So I will give a rating, I think, at the end of this vlog, because I usually like rate the books immediately and then talk about them after I finish them, but I can't rate this one yet because I'm really stuck. I was crying a little bit earlier, but I'm kind of stuck and I don't know what to rate it. So we're gonna wait a moment. We're gonna wait a hot moment, and I will probably I want to read our next book first and kind of like cope and figure out what my opinion is on Beartown, and I want to see how like my brain remembers it and if it's gonna be like in my head for a while. I genuinely don't know how to rate Beartown, so that'll happen at the end of this vlog, fingers crossed. If not, I forgot. So but we're gonna start this next book. I genuinely didn't think I'd become traumatized with the books that I'm reading as a bookworm. I did not think I'd be traumatized. But every time I read a book, I'm traumatized. So, whether it's a good or bad thing. Now, it is time for light fluffiness after Beartown, because I clearly need that. I just don't know how to feel, and I'm like so stuck. So it's time for Tinkerbell. We're so excited. Look at this cover. I need a breather. I need a long breather, and I think this book will be helpful, even though I know this won't end well because I've watched the movie when I was a kid, the Tinkerbell movies. I've watched those, so I know this probably won't be as happy, but it probably won't be as traumatic as Beartown. So I totally blame this on me. This book was not what I was expecting. I am like chapter 3. The chapters are really long, so I'm on page 38 and I'm on chapter 3. And to be quite honest, It's not what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more because it's a Tinkerbell based book. I think I was expecting it to be a little bit more like childlike and like very easy to read, like kind of over the head, not really care. Like what I mean by not really care is like the writing is just so smooth. I don't have to think about anything. And I guess you don't have to think about anything in here, but I really thought it was just going to be like more childlike writing, and I guess it's not. And I think my expectations were just a little lower for what I'm getting. So maybe I need to rewire my expectations. But it's a good book, but it's also like a fantasy book. So it's going to take a hot minute to get into and like get used to the writing style. And I guess it's just very slow paced right now. So it'll probably get better, but I'm not into it yet. He pulled a Mr. Darcy. He pulled a Mr. Darcy. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should have watched Pride and Prejudice, you guys. He pulled a Mr. Darcy. He pulled a Mr. Darcy. Let me elaborate. This person, this man, took her hand and she let go quickly, and he did the little thing. He did the thing. He did the thing. He did the thing. He did the thing, guys. He did the thing. It's currently 9 p.m. on a Saturday. Monday is when break is over, okay? No more Thanksgiving break. So my busyness will resume. And I would really like to finish this book before the break ends. And it's Saturday. So I have tonight and tomorrow to finish this book. So I don't want to pull an all-nighter because I don't like all-nighters. They leave me feeling icky in the morning for some reason. It's like, oh, I was up all night and I like didn't get enough sleep, and it's just bad on like my brain. But if I need to, I will pull an all-nighter because I want to get to at least maybe chapter 22 tonight. And that's a lot. So we're gonna hope I get this done. I'm a little over halfway. This is what I've read. This is what I have left. Little over halfway. I want to finish this. So we're gonna, fingers crossed, hope that I can get most of it done tonight so I don't have to read a lot tomorrow. Stop. Guys. Chapter 15, this ending. Am I gonna hate this book? I think I will. Because if you have watched the movies, guys, if you have watched the movie, if you have watched Secret of the Wings or whatever, the one with Tinkerbell, you know. My giggleness is not going to last. If you have not watched Tinkerbell, then this may come to a surprise to you, but it's not going to. I'm giddy and I'm excited. Is it gonna last? Hell no. Hell no. I know it's not. I should just end it here. I should DNF this book and say happily ever after. I think I might. I actually think I might. I think I might just never finish this book. I don't think I want to. I feel like I should debate this. Do I want to finish this or do I want to end it here? Isn't this like that? This just reminds me of La La Land. I've never watched La La Land, but I'm pretty sure it ends sadly or something. I've never watched it, but I've heard things about it. And apparently people stop at a certain part in La La Land and that's the happy ending. I should do that with this book because I don't think I want to go on. I think I want to stop here, and I think I want the happiness to be here. Because you know when you watch like a movie and it ends a certain way where you don't get a complete ending, so then you just use your imagination to finish the ending for you? Yeah. I think I might do that here. Am I ever gonna finish this book? I don't know. I don't want to finish it. I feel like I should just stop here. But I bought this book and I feel like I need to finish it, but I feel like I should stop here because I don't want the bad ending. And I mean, I know I can imagine, like, because of the fairy movie, I could, like, imagine my own ending to it, but, like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I feel like I should just stop here. We are on page 225, and I think I just want to stop because I know this is not going to end well because I've watched Tinkerbell, nostalgic kids movies. I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on. I'm right here. I don't want to go on. Is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to DNF? I feel like it's not. I think I've made my decision. Guys, I think I've made my decision. I think I've made my decision. I'm gonna rate it, and I'm not gonna finish it. I know. Hear me out. I know exactly how this ends. So why would I read it? Why would I read this book if I know exactly how it's going to end, and it might change my perspective a little bit on how I think of the book? I'm going to rate this 3 stars. I am genuinely not going to finish this. I will shove a bookmark in it later, and if I feel too guilty that, like, I'm not finishing this, but I'm going to shove another bookmark in it. I'm going to take out the one I have in here, and I'm going to shove another bookmark in it, and I'm just going to rate this and call it a day and said I read it, because I know exactly how it's going to end, and I know the pain, and I don't need to put myself through that. I don't need to. Hey guys.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Happy December. It's almost winter break. Happy holidays, because I don't know when another video is going to come out, so I'm just going to tell you now because it's like 2 weeks from, maybe a week and a half from Christmas. Guys, I started this video in like October. So, hey guys, welcome back. Okay, we're just gonna dive right into it. 3.75. Okay, I loved the plot, I loved the characters, I loved the writing, but the reason why it's not a 4 or 5 star is because 5 star, it took me so long to review, and I feel like if it's a 5 star, you know it's a 5 star. So it's not a 5 star. It could be a 4 star. It's at a 3.75. It could be a 4 star. You could take it as both. I don't mind. I could take this as a 4 star, but a 3.75 is where we're going to lie. The reason why I did not give this a 4 star is because it is completely on me. I did not read it fast enough. I hate that dissuades or like persuades my ratings. But like, if I am not reading this as fast as possible and consuming it with every fiber of my being, I just know that I'm probably not gonna like it as much because I did not consume this as quickly, and you kind of have to read the plot as it goes. It's kind of slow pacing, and the book is very dense, not just like size matter, but like the plot. It's a very dense and dramatic and traumatic plot, and you kind of just have to like sit through it and just hope, because it's kind of, I would say it's kind of a stagnant book at some points, and you're kind of just waiting, and it's a little ominous. So I don't feel like I read this fast enough to give it a 4 star. That's why I gave it a 3.75. But if you read my reviews on Fable and Goodreads, you could probably say this was a 4 by my rating, but I just feel like I took too long to read it. That was it. I think I read this in like a month, maybe even shorter. I don't know. It took me too long to read this, and that's totally on me, but it's a 3.75 otherwise. Now, because this video took super long, I'm also going to give you a little update. The moment I stopped reading Wings of Starlight, I kind of regretted it. But we're not going to pick it up again. We'll pick it up. If I do, I will let you know. I will be like, guys, I finished it. And then you'll know that I finished Wings of Starlight. You'll figure it out. But yeah, we finished Fairtown, 3.75. I don't remember any of the other ratings. I'm pretty sure Shatter Me was a 4 star. I know that I reread that. Wings of Starlight, pretty sure that was a 3 star. Don't quote me on it. Don't write that down. Check my reviews, because that's the only way I remember. I have a poor memory if it's about ratings, because my memory's on everything else. So, I never procrastinate. I will tell you this. I don't like to procrastinate because it's just an awful, horrendous thing. I don't like to do it. I like to stay on top of things. This video, though, it's not going anywhere. I don't know how I started this vlog before Thanksgiving, and it is now before Christmas. Like, a little bit before Christmas. That's kind of wild, but happy holidays. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving and a Christmas, because I have no idea when the next vlog is gonna be, because I'm kind of spontaneous. These videos are really rare, so if you want to know when I come out with another video, you gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta hit that notification button, because when I come out with a video, it's a surprise to me too, because I'm like, whoa. These are rare videos, guys. Maybe I'll get better at scheduling, maybe when I have more time, but I'm gonna make them anyway, these vlogs, because they're fun. It just might take me a little while, because I might start a video in January and finish it in the summer. We just don't talk about that, okay? We just don't talk about that. But anyway, have a good day. Have a good reading time. Don't forget to lock in, unlike me. It's totally fine.